welcome to Citadel Solutions. Today we're going to do a brief demonstration on how to field strip semi-automatic firearms, followed by a simple functions check. Let's get into it. First in the lineup, here is the Glock 43 9x19. So first off, whenever you pick up any firearm to clean or to service, you want to make sure that your chamber is clear. Okay, physically and visually inspect, good to go. All right, so now let's go over a little bit of nomenclature. So this is your takedown lever. You have one on each side, and you want to depress both simultaneously when you go to take this apart. That's your slide release. When you push this down, the slide goes forward, and that's of course your magazine release. All right, so now we're going to depress both of your takedown levers simultaneously. Okay, and then you pull your trigger, and that sends the upper receiver forward. Okay, you're gonna slide it right off. Get a good look at that. Okay, so you're gonna set that down, lower receiver down, and then now you're going to remove your spring and guide rod. Okay, so do notice here that on the Glock, the spring and guide rod are basically one piece. I wouldn't strip this down any further unless you had an armorer's level of gunsmithing, basically, or unless you had one of those present. Otherwise, leave it alone. Okay. Next is you're gonna remove your barrel. Okay. So you're gonna go forward, forward, up, and then back. Okay. Let's do that again. So forward, up, and back, and out. Okay. So that's very simple. This is good for your maintenance cycle or your cleaning cycle, whatever you had planned for that moment. So now to put it back together, we're just going to do what we did in reverse. Very simple. You're going to take your barrel. All right, so this is key. So you're going to push it forward, down. Now listen for this click. Okay, you want that to seat properly. Let's do it again. Okay, so now do notice here on the barrel, you've got these two notches. You want to make sure that your lip here sits on the bottom notch. There's even a cutout for it. Okay, that's where you want it to sit, not here. That's a common mistake. Done it myself. Okay. So you're going to make sure your end of your guide rod sits into your cutout right down here. Okay, and then not the first, that's second notch. Okay, so now to rejoin the upper and lower receiver, you're going to see these notches here in the slide. You're going to correspond with the notches in the lower receiver. Okay, just like a puzzle piece. That's that. So now we're going to do the functions check. So the point of the functions check is to ensure that your mechanisms in your trigger housing group and your firing group are good to go. There's no issues. And if you had like a safety that flipped up or down or what have you, you could do one for that as well, but we don't, so we're just going to do the very simple functions check. Okay, start by setting it home. Depress your trigger, leave the trigger depressed. All right, now reset your trigger. Hear that? See how it went forward, no issues. That's what you want. That's what you want to hear. Make sure that fire control group is nice and healthy. Let's do it again. Depress, hold it down, do not release, reset. There it is, folks. All right, that does it for the Glock 43. Next in our lineup, this is, do notice the nomenclature here as well. So you have your takedown pins on either side. These have to be simultaneously depressed. You've got your slide release, your magazine release. Okay, so we're going to lock it back, then we're going to push our pins down, forward, press trigger, take your slide right off. Okay, check out those internals. Alrighty, put that down, and then now we're going to do in like manner. So do notice your spring and guide rod are very similar to the Glock. Okay, basically one piece. Again, unless you're an armor or you have one present, don't mess with it. Okay, and then you're going to take the barrel out. Remember, forward and then up, back, forward, or up, forward, back. Again, it's your field strip. Now you're ready for your maintenance cycle or cleaning cycle, whatever you're getting ready to do. So now let's go ahead and put it back together in like manner. Same thing. All right, we want to make sure our barrel goes forward, down, back. Hear the click? Forward, reverse down, forward, back. Okay, that's what you want to hear. Now, again, do make note, just like the Glock barrel, you got 2 notches. All right, not this first notch, but the second notch. You see how it's kind of got it cut out there? Okay, that's what you want. And again, you want to make sure your circular plate on your guide rod fits right in that groove there. Okay, 1 and 2. All right, now to rejoin the upper and lower, same thing. You got notches in the upper and notches in the lower. Okay, so it's a little different here. All right, so you want to make sure that you are dropping down first. You're not coming like this. You're going to drop down first on the notch. Remember the notches? Okay, in the side, just like that, and then back. All right, now we're going to do our functions check. Okay, get it home. Trigger. Preset. Hear that good click. Do it again. Alright, mechanic's good to go. Set that to the side. Last but not least, my personal favorite for a full-size handgun is the Sig Sauer P226. Now this is a 40 cal. Alright, very simple design. So on this one, of course, we always check our action and our chamber. Visually, physically inspect. Good to go. Alright, so this one, you've only got one takedown lever on one side. You're just going to flick it back, pointed towards you. And now you're going to hit your slide release. Nice and easy. And there's your lower. Set that right here. So now, do notice that your spring and guide rod actually do come apart. So if you can take it apart, do take it apart so you can get that good cleaning. Okay, so that's basically as far as you want to break these firearms down, unless you are an armorer or have that knowledge, because you can seriously damage your gun. There's a lot of small parts, especially in the trigger control here. You know, your crap will just start spraying out everywhere, and then you'll be in trouble. Alrighty, well, let's put it back together. Alright, so you're just going to put your guide rod back on your spring, and then you're going to take your barrel down, forward. Oh, excuse me, I did that backwards. Forward, down, back. Okay, you always want to make sure you hear that good click. So do it with this hand so you can see good. forward, down, back. All right. Do take note, there's only really one place for this to fit for your notch. Okay, your plate. It's right there, self-explanatory. All right. So you want to make sure that your spring and your guide rod seat down into your cavity here. Seat that in your notch. All right, now we're going to join these back together. You have your notches in the upper receiver and on your lower. Okay, just like so. And then you're going to flip your lever back. All right, breakdown lever, good to go. Let's do a functions check. Real quick. Do it again. All right, well that concludes our session today. Remember, from the folks at Citadel, greatness follows diligence. God bless.